here who are going to vie in our next elections. And
is there something that you feel like you've not done that you want to go and do again? Why did you decide to remain to the same seat?
From being the most influential student to turning to be a nobody in the cold.
Yeah. But for the viewers, we are only enemies on camera. We are great friends on video. Wow, that's a terrific question. I mean,
hello everyone, welcome to this amazing video. My name is Maureen Juguna. I'm a YouTuber as well as a student here in the Kenya Methodist University. Today I'm really excited. I'm having amazing leaders here who are going to vie in our next elections, and we felt it is very important for you guys to hear what they say, to hear what they're bringing to the table. So I'm having here my fellow YouTuber, Humeli. Let her introduce herself.
Thank you. My name is Melin. I'm also a student at Kenya Methodist University and also a YouTuber. So today we are hosting this amazing men here. Let us hear what they have on the table. So let's start by them introducing themselves. I will start with my far right side.
Thank you for hosting us. So good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, wherever you're watching from. My name is Jonathan Some, a third-year clinical medicine student, a medical and political enthusiastic student who doubles to be the chairperson of the Clinical Medicine Students Association here in Kenya, and also an aspiring candidate in the forthcoming election as your Secretary General. Thank you.
Thank you. Next,
to our subscribers and our host, thank you so much. My name is Farjala Fadhili Swale. I'm an education student. Kiswahili and history are my teaching subject. I hold the office of the Secretary General, and in this coming election I'll also be contesting to retain my seat, and I'm very optimistic that I will win the seat again. Thank you.
Thank you. That's a nice introduction. Okay, I'll give them another 2 minutes at least to tell us one or two reasons of why they want to be elected, why they are vying for this post, for the Secretary General post. Okay, I'll start again from the immediate side, and then you can start for us.
Thank you one more time. Last year, you people supported me as the Secretary General. I really appreciate for the support you gave me. I'm very optimistic and very sure that for the last 1 year, I've done a very good job. And as it is, you people deserve to give me one more chance so that I accomplish the things that we started, the unfinished projects. And also, as we end this beautiful story, let it end with a success that we obtain. So there is a lot, and I feel I should be given a chance.
The rest you tell us as we go on. Okay, let's give him a chance.
Yeah, so basically, when going for such post, you target to first sharpen your leadership skills. Personally, being a political enthusiastic student, it means that I'll be out here also to seek such positions. So it will be wise for me to start from right away from my colleagues, from my brothers and sisters. And that's why I know if I will do good to them, for sure I will do the same outside there. And also, I really want to have that comfort. Come to realize that most of our leaders really don't want to use those positions to ensure that the stay of our students here in Kenya is comfortable, is blissful. So more if I get that most of the leaders are very reluctant holding those positions. And I really want to ensure that every student enjoys his or her stay here in Kenya as he or she awaits their graduation. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, our estimated viewers, you've heard. Fadil wants to continue the story that he started, and Jonathan wants to start it afresh in his own way. Thank you.
I love it. I love the comfortable bit of studying. I love that.
Yeah.
Okay, the next question. People want to know your role as SecGen. SecGen, what is your role? Yeah. Start with Jonathan.
Sure. They always say the Secretary General post, it is more of the conveyor belt of the rather of our association. Being over there as the conveyor belt, first in our constitution, as per our constitution, we want to get all the members. We want to get the list and the details of every member. Then when you go to the clause 8, on the roles of the Secretary General, you get that you want to have an open dialogue with the management when you are addressing the grievances that affect your fellow students. Then again, you want to sharpen the academic excellence by introducing and organizing workshops, speeches. Then we have exhibitions, organizing events that will sharpen the academic prowess of the students in this school by organizing things like exhibitions, speeches, workshops, etc. Yeah.
Thank you. The role of the Secretary General, number one, is communication. The Secretary General is in charge of communication to all the students. Number two, you keep records of the meetings that you people had. Number three, the Secretary General is the support system of the council. So, you know the model of a camp? The Secretary General is the elite. So, as the Secretary General, you receive all the students, then you direct them to the relevant authorities. And as my competitor said, you are also in charge of improving the learning experience by ensuring you coordinate and invite speeches. The Secretary General organizes public lectures that students enjoy and listen to different speeches, so that also they improve their communication skills and interact with more people. Those are just but few responsibilities of the Secretary General, but we don't stick to the exact roles as a leader. You need to involve yourself in so many things so that the council works effectively.
Thank you. So you've given us the work of the Secretary General at large. So you've been in the post for the last, it's 1 year, 1 year. So do you think that you've done much of it, or is there something that you feel like you've not done that you want to go and do again? Or tell us at least a few things that you've accomplished, all achievements that you've done for the main campuses, and at least 3 for the satellite campuses.
Okay, thank you so much. Let me start by saying this, that for the last 1 year, I've lived fully in that capacity as the Secretary General, so I don't have regrets. I believe whatever I've done, it was to be done at that particular time. Some of the things that I've done, let me begin with the satellite campuses. You know, the satellite campuses are a campus on their own. The best thing that you can do is just to coordinate the activities from here in Meru, where we have the main campus. If you interact so much with them, it's like they feel you're teaching them what they're supposed to do. Ideally, you need to give them a room as leaders to do what they feel is better for their students. So number one, in my first Senate meeting, I represented the 60% fee policy and challenged it to 40%. It was approved. The only thing that is remaining is that the communication to be made officially to students. Then they have to enact on that by introducing a way that they'll be able to have a consistency in that 40%, the way they introduce the 60%. So the 40% deal will be effective anytime from maybe next semester. Secondly, we introduced the Bless to Bless program. This program provides at least food, clothes, and fees for the needy student. I'm very sure you people have heard about Bless to Bless. So this is something that affects both Nairobi, Meru, and our Mombasa campuses, because if we have needy students, then we give them this scholarship across all the campuses. Third, we introduced the Kemusa bursary, which affects all the students in Meru, Nairobi, and Mombasa, because we clear fees for those needy students who are there. Number three, the number 4, and one of the key things is the support that we've brought between Nairobi, Mombasa, and Meru in terms of articulating our issues and also representing our students in all the satellite campuses and here the main campus at disciplinary committee level. Those are just but some of the things that I feel as an individual we have achieved together with my council.
Okay, thank you so much. Jonathan, this is your question now. I think a leader tags along his or her accomplishments, even if you are away from the SecGen position, but I know you have accomplishments. You have mentioned the chairman of the clinical med. What are other accomplishments you as a leader you feel very proud of?
Sure. To start with, clinical medicine didn't have an association. So I'm the founder of that association. So it is something like I'm much proud of. Secondly, still being the chairperson of clinical medicine, I can't compare the bonding that is right now in clinical medicine and also as medical, School of Medicine as a whole. We've been interacting. At least the bonding between medicine and clinical medicine and pharmacy and nursing and medical, it is applaudable because I, being the chairperson, had to ensure that I've united first the chairpersons of the other departments, and then I came to specifically to my class, to my department. And proudly I can say I've done the best to ensure that the bonding is real, because if we bond right now, we'll bond in the future. Shouldn't wait for the future so that we can bond. Thirdly, on matters the student welfare, I did start in collaboration with the Rotary Club of Meru in aiding the less fortunate students amongst us. And proudly I can say almost 100 students have benefited from the same. And it's something that once I get into office, I will ensure that it continues and we get more other donors outside, amongst other things.
Fadili, this for you. I believe leaders leave a mark, and you being the Secretary General 2021-2022, yeah, what mark, what activity, what something that you have left behind that you remember 2021-2022, Fadili was here, he did this, and he left behind this?
Thank you for that question. I believe I've done a lot. Number 1, Bless to Bless is here. It is an initiative that if the student council and the management of the university will continue with it, then I'll be remembered for that. Number 2, our student center, even if it has a very little things, for a start, we revived it. It is something that was almost done. Number 3, the 60% fee policy that I've challenged. It is something that will remain in people's mind for so many years. And lastly, at personal level, touch people, because I'm a peer counselor. I give them psychosocial support. Also give them financial support, because I'm running a program that is feeding them and helping them pay their rent. Last but not least, I'm working with the Meru County government, and we are soon establishing a support center for young mothers, and mentally or mental health issues will also be sorted out there free of charge.
That's amazing. What do you think?
Still to you, Fadil, why did you decide to remain to the same seat? We expected you to be maybe president or something. Why did you decide you have to remain to this seat?
Thank you for the question. People's expectations are not the reality. Remember, I'm the one who make choices for myself. Secretary General, we can term it as the student's post, because this position is the real council, you see, unlike the presidency. So I felt, because I love serving rather than being served, let me stay at this position and accomplish some of the things. Like now, you've seen we've challenged the 60% fee policy, but it has not really been implemented. Unless we do a follow-up on it, then it will be a work that has been left hanging.
Okay, so it's only the 60% policy that you came back for, to be specific.
Thank you. I gave it as an example. Another thing, the Bless to Bless initiative. Remember, it is still a new thing. It has not yet achieved its goal because we expected to raise over 10 million. We are around 5 million for now. We still need to work hard to ensure that it is safe. I've also talked about the support system that we are working with the county government to ensure that the young mothers, I mean, our students who have given birth here in the institution, those students who have also gotten mental health issues, they are also supported. These are small projects that are still on, and also, you know, as you go back into leadership position, more challenges come, and the best thing is to ensure that you be there, a sober person, and attack them whenever they come so that they don't affect the students.
Just to jump in real quick, I love the way you're passionate about your activities and the projects you've done. But do you not encourage someone or believe in someone else to do what you started, like the Bless to Bless? I feel like there's someone out there really looking up to you and has looked up to you since 2021. I feel that's someone you could just encourage them, be there for them, and trust them to finish what you started. How do you feel about that?
Thank you. I'm very sure that all of us will be selfish when it comes to opportunities that will ensure that your name remains in the history. So for now, because I still have time, I still have the energy that I need, why can't I accomplish so that by the time I'm empowering someone else, but actually I'm empowering so many young people and encouraging them to rise up to these occasions. But for now, I feel I still have the energy and all that it takes to finish this journey.
Thank you for this. Just to take it from there, just to go to Jonathan. Okay, Jonathan, I believe for the last election, you had your own manifestos, right?
Yeah.
So about these manifestos, how did you go about them? Did you go sleep with them, or you shared with your competitors? Tell us something about that.
That's a very good and touching question that for some time now I've never spoke about it. It always adds from being the most influential student to turning to be a nobody in the cold in the entire year. Immediately after election, I was pushed the corner, nothing else. Trying to be a normal. There's no a normal student, there's no one to speak to or to give. When I was tackling the petition, and this was one of the reasons as to why I had to cancel that petition. Well, it was in the desk of the Vice Chancellor. There was a promise of creating a think tank. And I was like, if there will be a think tank of students, then it would be good for me to drive my manifesto over there. But funnily, it never happened. So I was ready to give my manifestos for the betterment of our association, but nobody approached me for this.
Meaning you are not included.
Yeah. But again, my promise is, yes, my friend over here has the manifesto that he has something to give out if elected. And when I win, I won't neglect it. I'll just have to pull because I know there's something that he can do. Not just in this Secretary General post, but right away from the chairperson, the treasurer, the sports, and the accommodation. Whoever wins, we must include them to the system because they have manifestos for this.
So we assume you guys will share the manifestos. I mean, mulikuja back and you talked about them, ukampia zako zinako nazo, muka exchange minds. We assume ama mulienda, everybody went
their way.
Their ways.
Truly, I would lie to the camera that I shared my manifesto. I didn't. I had to give them, and I had to do
we just promise to us and to our viewers that in case any one of you loses, you support the other one, because leadership goes beyond the ballot. Once a leader, you're always a leader, and a leader is there to support the fellow leader. So let's promise right now that in case you lose Jonathan, you're going to support Fadili with your manifestos. Same to you, Fadili. In case you lose, you're going to support Jonathan with your manifestos.
Sure.
We promise?
Yeah,
Let's
sure.
do that.
Fadili, you promise?
Okay, before I make my promise, let me comment on something. Immediately the election was over, my competitor went on to file petition that the election was not free and fair.
We'll come to that discussion
Okay, so
later.
immediately after we were done with the election, he never, it's like he formed an enmity with me, something that I really don't know. And as a leader, if someone does not want to come into,
Relying to people that I created an enemy.
as you can see what is currently going on, you see.
But did you reach out?
Okay, this is what happened. You see, the only occasion that we've interacted is during the launching of their association.
Yeah.
And I believe if someone is a leader, the person should, even if you are a mere student as he is claiming, at the same time claiming to be the most influential student, you should not sit down just because the government does not support you. We have seen so many leaders out here, despite the fact that the government does not support them, they are using their power to do what great things in the society. I promise, because I don't think he can defeat me again this year. I'm very optimistic.
Don't be so sure. Don't be so
Yeah,
sure.
it's okay, but according to the plans that I have and everything, if I win again this year, I'll accommodate him, and I'm the most accommodating person you can ever think of. Yeah,
But you haven't answered my question. Did you reach out? He has accepted the fact that he never came to you with his manifestos. So accept or answer to us. Did you also reach out to him last year?
Actually, reaching out, you can see how do you. It's like it is like showing I'm a weak leader. You see, I had great ideas.
No, reaching out to your fellow leader doesn't show weakness. It shows strength. It shows your strength beyond your seat.
Okay, whenever he wanted me, I was always there.
Okay.
So it's like we've been there, but he has not been there. But I appreciate the fact that for the one or two occasions that we've met, we've worked together, and it has always been a success.
Yeah, and maybe to add on, it is very unfortunate for a leader who is the current Secretary General to say that there is more of creation of enmity, and secondly, that he is much confident of the win. Like, I can't win him. I can't defeat him. One thing I'm pretty sure is, you see, these leaders, it is not us who decide. It is always God. You see, and I'm very optimistic that if for sure fate has it that I will have to win. Me, I've never promised something then gone south of it. Me, I promise that whatsoever I'm speaking right now should be used in reference to in office.
Yeah.
So I keep my words.
Okay. What will me and she have to say?
Thank you.
Yeah. Next
But
question.
before we go to the next question, Mary, I think they have not promised yet. Or we should do a handshake.
Yes, please.
Why not?
Yeah, this is for Kemu.
Yeah,
This is for Kemu. Yeah.
But for the viewers, we are only enemies on camera. We are great friends out here.
That's amazing. That's amazing.
It's true, it's true.
Okay.
Yeah, and maybe I guess it's high time for me to clarify something that my brother said. You see, on matters, the canvas, that is the secret campuses, the Nairobi and Mombasa, they are not independent as per our constitution. Those guys work more under the council, and that's why we only have one council for many campus. The rest are just campus committees. So whatsoever you want to implement, you have to use them. You see, so you don't just give them a room so that they can do their own things. It is always good to give someone so that he can do whatever he had in plan. But it doesn't mean that you are disqualified from their activities. No, it doesn't work that way.
That's an amazing point. Okay, another question. we came together and felt leadership is beyond the ballot, as I've just said. So I want you guys to identify, do you have that one skill or qualities that you see in each other that you like to compliment each other on? Is there a skill, Jonathan, you see in Fadhili that you love to say, Fadhili, you do this and do this so well, and I compliment you on that? Same to Fadhili. I'll start with you, Fadhili.
Wow, that's a terrific question.
I know. But you're a terrific leader, so
yeah, okay. The skill that I feel he has is mobilization. For me, I'm a silent guy. I don't believe in making noise, but he's a terrific man when it comes to mobilization, crowd mobilization. Yeah, I commend that, and that's quite a very tactful thing for a leader. Yeah, and I feel in that this guy is more than ako sawa.
Thank you. On to me, one thing I like about Fadhili is resilience. This guy is very resilient whatsoever that comes the way. That one is a plus. And also, I'm more of a team. Like, I always like working as a team, but for him, is that one soldier, one army soldier, on point, and he does things alone, and he's a good man. I like
if the
it.
team doesn't work, I can try and push it on my own until it joins me.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Part 2 is coming up soon, so watch out for part 2. In the meantime, comment, like, share, and subscribe.